Yeah, okay. So let's talk about the prompt itself and pull this apart. So the first sentence is your duh statement. You notice that tells you to carefully read the poem by Mary Oliver. Mary Oliver is a 20th century female American poet. The majority of her poetry deals with nature. And so we're going to see that on display for sure today. Your second sentence gives you your charge. So I would mark well-written essay. That helps to focus us on, okay, I'm going to need a solid thesis. I need to think about an organizational pattern. How am I going to break up my paragraphs? In which you analyze, so definitely mark there with the verb, and then how. We're not talking about what, so this isn't a summary. We're talking about how, and we want to stay focused on the poet themselves. How the poet conveys the relationship between the tree and the family. There is that additional statement that follows that says through the use of. That will not appear on our test. They no longer will indicate for you what devices to discuss. They will expect you to be able to do so. And so when we're looking at the poem as we move into analyzing, we want to consider some things. First, we want to talk about the relationship that is present here. And the way that we can do that is through adjectives. So before we come back together, as you read the poem, consider adjectives you could use to describe the relationship you're going to see between the tree and the family. We want to look at how this is present. And an easy way we can do that with poetry is to look for the shift or shifts within the work. This helps us to see where the ideas are developed and how they move. And so outside of diction and tone and all the rest of it, shifts can really help. A third thing, especially with this prompt, is words you don't know or don't understand. There are some things in this poem that can lead to some easy misreads that we're going to address as we talk about it. So take a few minutes, read the poem. You have a paper copy so you can write all over it. We'll come back together to discuss.